this installment of Comfort Food Dudes. I'm Sean.
I'm Josh.
And today I am making an omelette. Just a basic vegetable omelette. Got lots of stuff to throw in this time. Obviously the eggs. Got some spinach. I got some diced up tomato. It's canned diced tomato. Fresh is often better anyway. I have some onion. I have some peppers. I have some cheese that'll go on top. I have some green onion that'll be a garnish on top. And then the mushrooms that'll go inside with the onion and peppers. And I have a little feta that I'm going to put on top. And then I have an array of spices which I'll go through as I get to them. I'm basically at this point, we're just going to go ahead, we're just going to fry down the onions, the peppers, and the mushrooms together. And I got a little bit of garlic paste in here I'm going to use with it. If you have fresh garlic, go for it. If you have garlic powder, go for it. Garlic paste, I just want to get this used up here. And that's what I'm doing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start breaking down and cracking the eggs. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and get my onions and into the pan with a little bit of coconut oil. And that's how I'm going to do that. So just stay tuned for one moment here.
For me, I'm going to be spectating on the side.
Just a spectator.
Just to give a little bit more room.
About a tablespoon of coconut oil in here is fine. We'll move you over to the pan here in a moment, but just to get this started is fine. And as that starts to just melt a little bit here, it's good enough. In with the onions. I'll just give that a couple minutes here just to go ahead and fry a little ahead before I put the peppers and the mushrooms in, since they require far less time. Okay, so for this I'm going to use 6 eggs. I'm doing a full pan here, and this is going to feed multiple people. It'll be cut into 4 portions, so it'll feed 4 people. So we'll just crack down the eggs. Just any dish will work. I still have my onions browning in the pan behind me, so I have to be mindful of that.
I can help you out there too.
Sure, buddy. Thanks. It's 5. You can do less eggs, you can do more eggs. 6 is alright. I don't have a meat that I'm putting in this. The egg protein's enough for me for this meal, but often sausage, bacon, or you can use stuff like chicken. You can use whatever you want in here, really. It's just you can add meat to it. And just double checking to make sure that's not a shell. It just looks like a shell, but it's not, so we're good to go. Alright, so I got my 6 eggs in. We're just going to quickly beat them here. Nothing special. Okay, I'm happy with that. Yeah, they still got just a little bit more. We want to just take some of the white out of them, make them a little clearer. Not too much, and then I'll add in the peppers and the mushrooms to that. So for the egg mixture here, my array of spices, I have just some Cajun seasoning. This is going to be a spicy omelette, because that's what I do like. So probably 1/8 of a teaspoon, maybe, yeah, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of that, just to taste. And I've done this enough times that I know what I like. I got some smoked paprika, just give it a little smoky flavor. You could use liquid smoke too if you have it. And that wasn't even 1/8 of a teaspoon, just a sprinkle again. I have some chipotle chili pepper, again. It'll give it a little heat and a little smokiness. And probably, yeah, it's more like a 1/16 of a teaspoon. Yeah, let's just quickly check my onions here. Okay, onions are starting to get some brown and stuff in there. So in with pepper. In with the mushroom. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably enough mushroom. Okay, and we're just going to stir that around. Get another one. Okay, so far I've done the chipotle, the Cajun, the smoked paprika, just a pinch of salt, I want some pepper in here. Okay. I lost my spoon. Okay. Just some garlic paste. Probably going to use about two teaspoons because I think it'll give it a good garlic taste there. It shouldn't be overpowering. And some would argue that you can't have too much garlic anyway, so it's all good. Just a quick mix around. And then we'll just double check here our stuff on the oven, on the stove. Speaking of oven, I do have it preheating right now to broil. Okay, coming together pretty good here.
And another thing too, if you guys are on the diet side and you don't consume much salt, if you're concerned about sodium, whether you're using kosher salts or Himalayan, pink rock salt, you don't have to add salts into these if you don't want to. Obviously, go to your judgment and your palate taste there. So,
and there's a lot of controversial topics out there that sodium's good for you, and then others say sodium's not good for you, and just go with what works for you.
Go with your gut.
Your body does have salt in it. It produces it with all the food you take in. It stores it anyway, so you're never going to be without sodium in your body. Okay, so I got my egg mixture here. We're just about a minute here, and I think this is ready. I'm going to drop my heat down just below medium. Just going to go straight in. The idea is that this doesn't cook the egg mixture. We don't want it to totally cook it yet. We want it to cook in the pan. But we'll put it in there anyway. Okay, we're going to add the spinach into it right now. Okay, I'm going to put lots of spinach in, and spinach shrinks down quite a bit anyways as it cooks. Just mix it around. Just gonna come in with some more. Where do all my spoons keep going? I keep throwing away all my spoons, but I need them yet. Just gonna go in with some more coconut oil. All right. We just don't want this to stick. So the idea is here, I'm gonna cook this on the stove top for a few minutes, just to get the the bottom cooking, and then I'm gonna move it under the broiler to the low side of the oven to finish. Let the top cook. So make sure you got an oven-proof pan here that you're going to be using. Plastic handles generally don't slice.
Right. Now you got it next time.
I could have saved all my spoons here. All right, so that's melted already because my pan's hot, of course. All right, so in with the egg mixture. Okay, try and mix it around. Get your toppings all nicely, even your spinach moved around the way you like it. Okay, and we're just going to come in with tomato, however, just get it in there. This is, usually I would use fresh tomatoes chopped up, not this stuff, but since we had this sitting in the fridge waiting to be used for something, I figured it'll work. You just want to drain off as much liquid as you can, because otherwise it's really just going to make your omelet soupy, and who wants a soupy omelet? Try and get some so everybody gets a bite of tomato when they do get it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Satisfies my desire. Okay. And got a little bit of feta cheese here. Use whatever cheese, if you're using feta, use whatever kind you like. It's just basic feta in brine. You can put the feta. I'm going to use shredded cheese also. You can put the shredded cheese down first and then the feta, or you can do it however you want. This way works for me here. And just a nice portion of it here. Yeah, that'll work.
Tomatoes and feta go together, like just they're...
And spinach.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And spinach too. So all there is now is we're just going to drizzle some cheese all around this. Okay, because we like cheese around this house. Our cheese bill's phenomenal.
Double it up.
Cheese on top of cheese. I told you that in a different video. That's what I do.
And then double that up too.
Okay. Too much cheese? I don't know. I've never heard of such a thing. Okay. If you don't like that much cheese, don't use that much cheese. And just a little garnish. Just some green onion cut up. You can use chives, or you can use something else if you'd rather something else that's green. But the green always looks nice on melted cheese, of course. Yeah, like that. I'm going to go ahead and put this onto the top of the stove, and we're going to let this fry for 2 or 3 minutes here. Like I said, just under medium heat. We don't want it to burn the bottom of this. We just want it to fry it kind of gently. Okay, so all I've done here is I just added a lid. I've put it on, like I said, just under medium heat. It's 4.5 on this stove, on a digital stove. I just want the bottom to brown some. The edges will start to look a little cooked. And it's pretty close to there, because it's going to kind of cook halfway up on the bottom, and then we're going to put it under the broiler, and that's going to cook the top part down. When I do put it in there, I'll remove the lid, obviously, and just let it start to brown the cheese as it cooks. And I think we're there. All right, just throw it. I'm going to put it down to the middle rack. Looks like it'll be okay here. Should be okay. Don't burn yourself, of course. When we bring it out, don't forget your oven mitt. Turn your oven off. Your stove top. So with this, I don't know. It's going to be 3 or 4 minutes for sure. And if you feel that it's cooked, but your cheese isn't browned, then you can move it up to the top rack for another minute or so and just let it brown quickly, and then we'll pull it out. Okay, so it's been in there at least 4 minutes and possibly closer to 5 minutes. I didn't have a timer on.
This is angled right at the countertop, so if you're going to show them.
Make sure you got your oven mitt on because it's hot. Okay, and close that because I'm heating up my house. Alright, so there you have it. It's nicely browned, it's golden on top. And if I was to look on the bottom, which I know you won't be able to see this angle, and it looks the same on the bottom. So if you have your pan too hot to begin with on the burner, or you cook it too long on the burner, you'll probably end up with a black on the bottom. So you just want it to cook a little bit on the bottom. Throw it under the broiler and let it finish cooking. Lower on the oven is the best. That way it doesn't just blacken the top, well, because the middle still has to finish cooking in there. So yeah, so that's that.
So now with that just set up like this right now, with that resting, if that's over the next few minutes, 5 minutes type thing, that's just going to continue cooking in there.
Yeah,
so I'll ensure that the center's cooked in.
Yeah, if some of the egg wasn't fully cooked in the very dead center somehow, which I can tell it's all poofed up and everything, I can tell it's cooked in the center. But if it wasn't, it would still continue to cook for a moment or two more in the pan. But that's the idea. As it cooks more, it'll start poofing up more. So I'm happy with this. This is going to make for a decent meal.
That looks really good.
Yeah.
Like really, really good.
All right, well, that concludes this video today of this omelet. And there's many variations you can do with this. And you can add more different types of meats. You can make it spicier. You can make it less spicy. More egg, less egg. You can do just about any way you like your omelet. You can do just beef and cheese, or just something and cheese, or just cheese, or none of that, and just egg and some vegetables. However you prefer. It's pretty simple. This is a nice loaded omelet, the way we like it here. And I'm I'm going to get to this. I'm going to have a big bite of this and enjoy it. And you have yourselves a great day. Thanks for tuning in.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah, take care.